It has now been 2 weeks since the release of the Lara Croft update for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and instead of me giving my opinion and review, I have asked yous what you think is good and bad over at the community tab, and today we are going to be going through all of your opinions and actually put together what fans really think about this update. Before the Lara Croft update released, I was looking through the Reddit, forums and all the social medias linked to Breakpoint, and I saw that the Lara Croft update was something in which people were excited for, and people were excited to see what was to come. Was it going to be this large update, or maybe just like the live events which we've had in the past, such as the Sam Fisher one, or was it going to be just this little quest thing in which maybe included one mission but you got loads of rewards? But now since the update has been released and I've kind of just let the dust settle for a little bit, I wanted to kind of go over what people's opinions were 2 weeks after this update announced. And that 1 week after, that was just the community post in which I wanted to post out to you guys to get your bit of opinion. And throughout this last week, people have been putting loads of different opinions on that community post. And this is what it said. Hey everyone, hope everyone is having an amazing day. Last week the Lara Croft Crossover arrived and I loved looking at everyone's initial thoughts and feelings. Now that it's been 1 week since the release, let me know your thoughts, whether it be good or bad. What parts of the update do you hate, what do you like, and what would you change? I'll be putting a video together discussing the community's thoughts, and of course this is that video. I just want to say thanks to everyone who has commented on that community post. The comments that have been included don't just represent one opinion, and it kind of just represents the community's opinion as a whole, to be honest. Many people think very similar, and the first comment comes from Blues. He said they included it in the 20th anniversary memo, which is supposed to celebrate the franchise. It's been teased for months, and it took me 15 minutes to complete for an uncustomizable gun, a bland tank top, and a pair of glasses. I'm losing hope on Motherland as well. Now it seems like a popular thing where people are saying that it took them around about 15 minutes, and it probably took me about 30 minutes to do it, to be honest, but that was with loads of deaths and just trying to faff on with getting behind this helicopter for that second stone. But in reality, it probably would have took 15 minutes if I didn't just make a hash of it. I was honestly expecting it to be a little bit longer. Maybe these stones could have been located within bases, or just places where Sentinel were and you had to take down the Sentinel to get them, or maybe just including this new group of operatives in which are trying to come after these stones, and maybe you need to fight off them and trying to protect these stones and get them to this crate where you can unlock all the goodies that are inside of it. And of course, as he mentioned, the uncustomizable gun, which I'm just completely surprised at, and the blank tank top, pair of glasses, which is just weird as hell. It's a very basic update, and I think that's the main reason why Ubisoft didn't publicize this one as much as they could have. They didn't want to hype it up because they knew it was going to be a small update. They didn't want the community to get all excited for something which is this small and literally only lasts 15 minutes. Stas, on the other hand, it took 20 minutes for him to do. The roads were mediocre at best, he says, and the objectives was interesting, I guess, but there was no actual mission. Like it didn't shoot a single bullet, which was kind of disappointing in a tactical shooter. And that is exactly what I said. It's ridiculous how you were not taking down any soldiers at all. You weren't going after any bases. You weren't going after these stones in a tactical environment where you need to be a little bit more strategic. You're basically just going around the map, trying to look for these locations and then taking the stone and just kind of fetching it and moving it from one location to the other, really. He also said overall the crossover was underwhelming. That hopefully means that there was going to be more time put into the big update Motherland. And that is totally true. If they're going to be spending less time on this update, it means they have been spending more time on Motherland. It's like what I've said within my previous videos. They've been working on Motherland for probably about 6 months now. They generally work on updates around about 2-3 months beforehand, but because they have had such a long time since the last big update, other than the AI Teammates update, which I was really classed as like a medium level update, they've had such a large time that they've probably been working on this Motherland update for the best part of 6 months, and As I say, October, November time will probably be roughly when it releases, so they'll have loads of time. It'll definitely be beneficial. And I will be making a video, by the way. I've got a bit of a theory about how Lara Croft can tie in with the next update. And the last few things which I have said regarding the Motherland update and how they're going to be spending more time on that than they have done with the Lara Croft update, Alexander has basically just summed this up for me, and I'll go over his comment right now. So what he said is, if I'm being honest, I'm actually glad that there wasn't much to it. But I look at it from another perspective, how much more annoyed would the fanbase have been if it had been a full DLC with 20 plus missions in a Tomb Raider style? It would have been received even worse, because all of those missions would have been like the Archipelago missions that no one liked anyways. And I totally agree. I think a lot of people would be annoyed if they did make loads of missions for this Tomb Raider event. I think that spending too much time on this event, not spending enough time on, improving Ghost Recon Breakpoint as a whole. Of course, it's came a long way since launch, but of course it needs more improvements. The more time they spend on them types of things, I think it will be more beneficial than having, 20 plus missions in that Tomb Raider style. He also goes on to say that I will stay on the flip side, that though the Tomb Raider sunglasses were a pretty poor addition. Totally agree there. I think they should have maybe added that crossbow like they did with Wildland. Breakpoint uses the code, and of course they need a remesh and all that kind of stuff with the skins and, add these features, because Breakpoint is an updated version of Anvil Next, so it will be quite difficult to have things added to the game from Wildlands. But they could have still used some kind of things from Wildlands. They could have added maybe that crossbow or maybe a bow, or just something along those lines. He also goes on to say that the truth is that the Tomb Raider event was always going to be poorly received no matter how they done it. Too little and people will complain it's over too quick, and too much people will complain that they could have used that dev time to add actual Ghost Recon content. I'm glad they have spent that time on developing Motherland, or at least I'm really hoping they have spent that time on Motherland. We've got to really thank Ubisoft for making that decision. And of course, it is a little bit of a shame that they didn't announce this Tomb Raider update to the whole community. They kind of just said it on the sly and didn't technically announce that the update was coming out. I believe this update actually came out when the AI Teammate update came out, but it was kind of hidden until the date when it released. So this update's probably been ready for ages, probably since May or something, and it's kind of just been sitting there waiting until around about this time, basically separating the AI Teammate update from the Motherland update. And guess what? It's been about 11 or 12 weeks since the last update, which means 11 or 12 weeks from now, it's October. And that is what my assumption is. October, November time will be roughly when the Motherland update comes out. This Tomb Raider update is basically just a separation. But anyways, I am going to end the video right here. I'll put loads of comments on the page hopefully right now if I can, just showing all the comments, and most of them are very similar. If you do want me to make another video though, based on this, maybe like a part 2, let me know down in the comment section whether you would like to see that. I'm really grateful for all the comments within that community post, and hopefully I'll post some more stuff on that community post so I can make some more videos getting all your opinions in these videos. Of course, it's greatly appreciated, as I've said. But anyways, hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you aren't already, and hit the like button. Fingers crossed that Motherland update is going to be great. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I do upload, and I'll catch you all in that next video, which will be probably 2 days from now, to be honest. I'm trying to keep that schedule up. Anyways, see you next one.